First you pick a bunch of cherries, then you pit a bunch of cherries, then you make cherry pie filling. You have to cook it for about 10 minutes. It'll thicken up. Cherries, cinnamon, lemon juice, sugar, and cornstarch as a thickener. Finally, it's starting to boil, and as you can see, it's thickening up. You know, this is good and thick. Give it another minute or so. Cook some of the cherries. And then it's time to make the dough. And we got some flour, some shortening, and salt. And mix it all together and make pie crust dough. Getting that dough going. Just about ready. And we'll start spreading it out. So I have this rolling pin that has these little rings go on the ends of them to give you a thickness, and I believe this one is the 2mm size, and so that gives you a really thin dough, great for pie crust. Now the thing is here, this is where I'm going to diverge, because this is my actual cutter, and what it is just like a Tupperware lid, because I'm going to be making hand pies instead of the big full-fledged cherry pie. I'm going to make a bunch of little hand pies. Okay, so here's 4 of them cut out, ready to go, and I'll fill them with some cherry pie filling, fold them over, and it'll have a nice little hand pie. And you can't get a whole lot in there because it'll squeeze out when you fold it over. As you can see, it's already starting. Okay, so I've got the first 4 ready. I'll get those in the oven. I think I have it set for 425. And they'll take about 15 minutes to cook. There's the first 4 ready to go. Okay, the first batch is almost done, and I got a second batch ready to go in. I got a little crack going on there, but oh well, it's cherry pie. Now the crust mixture is for a standard 10-inch double top and bottom crust, and because these take up a lot more dough or crust to cherry ratio, I still have a ton of pie filling left, so I'm going to have to make another batch of dough, and because this one only will be enough for 8 of these little hand pies. So let's check them out and see how they look. Yeah, I think they're done. They're not super golden brown, but as you can see, the filling is bubbling and the crust is hard. These are just perfect. Let them cool down a little bit since they're 425 degrees. and then we can eat them. And what do you do with the extra little bit of crust that you have left over? You sprinkle a generous amount of cinnamon sugar on there and cook it for about 5 minutes, and you'll have a nice little cinnamon sugar Krispies. Well, the second batch is done. We had a little bit of breakage. There's a little seepage on each one of them. But the crust is good and hard, so we're good to go. Okay, batch number 3 is ready to go. And I don't know if I'll have enough for a 4th batch, but at least a couple more. And that's okay. Okay, the 4th batch is ready to go. I'm one short, so this batch of pie filling made 15 little ham pies. And here we go. Well, the timer just went off. These guys are just right. And then my last little batch of cinnamon Krispies. And I'll be done for the night since it's 9:40. 5 more minutes. Okay, this little guy's cooled off a little bit. Let's see if we can cut it in half and see what it looks like inside. Nice little ham pie. Perfect. Now it's time to eat. Okay, here's my final tally. Well, actually this is -2 pies because we already ate some. But 13 ham pies and a little tray of cinnamon sugar crisp. And we'll put some of these in the freezer. But we're gonna be eating a bunch of them too.